If you clicked on this video and you are a spiritual, deep feeling woman in her 30s, chances are you are tired of playing games when it comes to love, when it comes to dating. You are tired of needing to plot, plan, overthink, and overanalyze your way into making him fall in love with you, into trying to figure out how to make him chase you, how to make him obsessed with you, to be addicted with you. You are tired of all these tactics and strategies and needing to how to do, because all of them essentially feels very tiring. They feel very heavy for you to be needing to always be figuring it out, always needing to pretend to be someone that you're not, pretend to be the cool girl so that he is attracted to you, so that he thinks that you're cool. You're tired of trying to figure out in order to be loved. You're tired of having your love life feel like it's a chess game, it's a project that you need to work on, and instead you want your love life to feel like home. You want it to feel like a place where you can relax, where you can lean back and simply be, and you just want to be loved for who you are. And if that is what you are feeling, where all these dating tactics, strategies, and advice that you hear out there just feel so heavy to you, burdensome to you, and instead you simply just want your love life to go easy, to be easeful, simple, and effortless, this is actually a good thing, because it shows that your soul is maturing and you are now realizing the truth of who you are, the truth of what life is meant to be, that it is meant to be simple, to be effortless. In fact, that is the real truth about life. It is only the ego mind, the false self, the separate self, that is making life hard, including your love life. It is the ego that keeps you in a cycle of suffering, needing to strive in order to get to love. It is the ego that is making things hard. And now it shows that you are desiring to come back to realize the truth of who you are. And that, my love, is what actually changes your love life in a way that no other surface level strategies, dating games, and tactics can do. And in fact, in my own life, this is also what has allowed me to shift my dating life from needing to have headache trying to figure out how to make men love me, to now instead just being peacefully, happily married. And this, what I'm going to share with you here today on how to attract love into your life without playing games and strategies. It is also what has helped transform the love lives of my clients too. And in order to shift your love life from feeling like it's a struggle, from feeling like it's a burden, and instead, if you want to turn it into peace, what you need to first realize is that if you want to change your love life, you need to change the way you see love. The only reason why you struggle in your love life, or why you attract emotionally unavailable or non-committed or non-devoted men, unreliable men, or whatever these problems keep happening, keep regurgitating, is because of our perception of what love is. And oftentimes, in most women who struggle to attract the emotionally available or reliable, consistent men/love that you desire, the reason why this happens is because you are seeing love as something that you need to earn. You are seeing love as something that you need to chase for, that you need to strive for, that you need to get from another person, rather than seeing the truth, which is that love actually is who you are. The reason why all love problems, all relationship problems happen in the first place is because you are seeing love as something that you need to earn. You are trying to approach love from this paradigm, from this premise. In fact, this is the whole premise that the ego operates on. The reason why we struggle or we feel rejected, hurt, abandoned, right? All of these pain in terms of love life happens is because we are seeing love. We see love. We think that love is something that we need to earn. When my love, the truth is that you need to shift into instead is you need to start seeing love as who you are. Not just when someone says I love you, not just in the feel good fantasies movies, but the real love, which is in your every cell, in your every bone. And this isn't just a feel good theory, because what love problems, relationship problems, where they all come from is from the belief that you need to be earning love, you need to get love from someone. And as long as you are thinking that love is something that you need to earn, what's actually happening is that you are thinking that other people have so much love compared to who you are. The moment that you start to chase, the moment you start to earn, you start to try to get their approval, their validation, their liking, the moment you start to get something from them, that's when you're seeing yourself as someone who does not have the love that you're looking for, who does not have the validation that you're looking for. In other words, you are seeing yourself as someone who is in lack, who is devoid of, who is separate from what you desire. So you see yourself as having little love, and you start to see them as the source of love. And that, my love, is the deep-rooted reason of where all relationship problems come from, is because you're approaching your relationships trying to get things from them, trying to get their love, trying to get their attention, their validation, their approval, them from seeing you, understanding you. And of course, there is nothing wrong with you wanting that. But the real problem is when you start seeing them as the source of what you desire. And in fact, this is what A Course in Miracles, one of my favorite spiritual texts, which says that if you believe it is outside you, the search will be futile, for you will be seeking what you are not. You do not remember how to look within, for you do not believe your home is there. So what this text is saying is that as long as you see love as outside of you, as long as you see that love is something that you need to get from another person, that love comes from another person, as long as you're doing that, no amount of chasing and earning and striving, none of that will make you finally be free from the anxiety, finally be free from the worries. Because even if you get their love, you will still continue to think, what can I then do to get their love next? In other words, the loop of suffering, the loop of always needing to chase, always needing to earn, it never goes away, because the root of it all is because you are seeing other people as the source of love, as the source of what you are seeking for. But what you need to realize is that the truth of all that you're seeking is actually within. That is what we mean by that when we say that God's kingdom is within, that when we say that the divine is within, and that also includes the love that you are seeking for is within. Because only when you start to see love as who you are, only when you start to see love as what is within you, that is only when you can truly be at peace, truly really start to receive love. Because otherwise, think of it. If you are a single woman and you are seeing that love is something outside of you, love is from this guy. As long as you see that love is from this guy, from this person, no matter what you do, you will always constantly be overthinking about your next move, what to text him, what to say to him, how to dress up in front of him. In other words, it makes you feel like you're walking your way on eggshells, because your mind gets into the state of worry like thinking, oh, what if I make the wrong move? What if he doesn't love me back? What if I do the wrong thing, right? And that is the reason why even when you get his commitment, even if you become happily married, right? And I do this quotation because it's just an illusion. As long as you are operating that love is outside of you, even if you get the marriage, get the commitment, even if that's the case, you will still be on guard. You will always be needing to figure out how to be loved by him. And paradoxically, that is not going to make you feel like you can ever relax, not going to make you feel like you can ever be truly yourself, be at home, truly be at peace. Why is that? It's because the root of it all is because you are seeing love as something outside of you, which is also what it means by the text Matthew 13:12, which says, "For the one who has, more will be given, and he will have an abundance. But from the one who has not, even what he has will be taken away." Which all comes to point to the fact that the truth is, as long as you are seeing yourself as lack of love, as someone who has to earn for love, who has to strive for love, chase for love, as long as you are seeing that you have less love, less than other person, and that you need to seek for that other person, as long as you are living in this illusion, you will constantly be anxious, constantly be worried about outcomes, constantly needing to control how he responds to you. You will always be needing to figure it out. And the thing is, as long as you see that he is the source of love, that actually repels him because he feels that pressure. He feels that control from you. He feels that neediness in you. And that, my love, is why it is hard for you to attract love, if you find that so. On the other hand, when you start to see yourself as the source of love, when you start to see that you already have an abundance of love, after all, love is who you are, then you can be confident, then you can fully be yourself, then you can simply express your truth, be in your truth. You don't have to try to figure out anything. You just simply are. You just simply get to be who you are. And the other person, the man that you're dating, the man that you're in a relationship with, he experiences love with you even more because you're not trying to control, you're not trying to chase him down, hunt him down, and instead he experiences that presence of love within you. And this is how, my love, that you attract the man who is meant to be in your life, the partner that is meant to be with you for the rest of your life. This is how you make your love life becomes easy, because you start to see the source inside of you. It's just like when the quote says, "For the one who has more," which is more, the source, "more will be given unto you." When you already have love, more love will be given unto you. When you experience a lack of love within yourself, what he desires, right, what she desires will be taken away. Which is the reason why the first and foremost important thing to do before you try to get his commitment, before you even try to get into a relationship or whatever, all these things that you try to get from men, the most important thing is to first seek what you desire within first. This is where you shall seek and you shall find. Because the thing is that as long as you are not seeing love within you, as long as you are not seeing yourself as love, you will always be needing to chase, be needing to earn. You will always feel as though you are not deserving of love. Even if when the other person wants to give you, you will be afraid of losing it. And that energy of you grasping and clutching pushes the other person away from you. However, the moment you see love within, the moment you seek within, the moment you see love within, you will start to realize your inner perfection. And I'm not just talking about the perfection of your looks, the perfection of your skin, your hair. Although I know that you are very beautiful, the truth is that there is an even deeper perfection to who you are. The perfection of the love that you are, the perfection of love that created you, love that is always in you, love that you can always be no matter where you are. And once you start experiencing perfection within you, that, my love, is when your love life becomes easy. Because now there is nothing that you need to prove, that you need to change or distort about who you are in order to be loved by another person. But rather, you can simply just show up as who you are. As simple as that, period. All you need is your presence. You just are. You don't try to grasp. You don't worry. You don't need to figure out what to say to the other person. Everything just comes natural to you because you know what perfect love is. You know that you are perfect love. And this is when the man, when the partner, when the man that you're meeting is meant to be in your life, he will pursue you. He will put effort into getting to know you. He will put effort into being with you because he also sees the perfection of who you are. Because why? Because you have already seen the perfection inside of yourself. You have already seen that inner perfection within, the perfection of love within. And that, my love, is what makes your love life easy. That is what makes attracting men into your life, into the love into your life easy, because now you already see the truth of who you are. In other words, you are now no longer waiting for the other person to see you first, to see your perfection. The reason why we struggle in our love life, the reason why we need to chase and hunt down men and overanalyze and figure out your relationship with men, the reason why we get into all this drama and figuring it out is because we haven't seen that inner perfection in ourselves, and instead we are needing men, forcing other people to see that before we can see ourselves first. Yet when you see that who you are is love, and love is perfect in its true nature, and that is when being in love with another person becomes easy. Because now you are not seeing love as something that you get through a strategy, through a tactic. Rather, you see love as who you already are, and that you are never missing anything to begin with. Much love. My love, if you're resonating with this video and you want to have more peace and fulfillment in your relationships, book a free intro session to find out the inner shift that your soul is asking you for in order to transform. The link is in the description box below.